Okay, welcome everybody to another Jund League. Going to be running this exact same list through as I've run in the past two leagues. Managed to go 10-0 to 5-0 trophies in a row. Both leagues are up on the channel, and given that we are currently undefeated with it, I thought I'd just run it back. Yeah, not much more to say over and above what I've said in the previous videos. I think this list has been, it's obviously been very good for me. Definitely not saying this is the best way to go, but we've played against a range of stuff and everything's sort of come together quite nicely. So yeah, let's give it another go. Thanks everyone for watching, and big thanks to everyone that's subscribed and commented and stuff on the latest Jund videos. It's so good to be playing some Jund Midrange in Modern again. Take my usual 30 seconds to plug my Manatraders partnership, where you can find a link and code in the description below. This will get me a little kickback, of course, and also will get anyone that uses it. You get, I think, 40% off of your 40% of your monthly subscription cost back in the third month of subscription. So Modo can be a little bit awkward to get into, so if anyone needs any help or whatever, do let me know in the comments, and always happy to point you in the right direction. Playing a bit of Modern at the moment. It's coming up for Modern RCQ season, so yeah, gonna give it a go and just enjoying the format. You know, we've lost Breach, which is a really good thing for the format, I think. People trying out a lot of different stuff, so yeah, happy to be playing some Modern. And yeah, Jund was always a favourite of mine back in, I think it was, well, the first Modern deck I had was, well, actually the very first one was sort of Modern Kiln Fiend back in the day, but then decided I really liked the mid-range strategy, so moved more into, it was Golgari and then Jund. So yeah, a lot of nostalgia points for me here. We're going to mulligan this one. It does have 2 lands and a Ren and 6, but unfortunately the 2 lands were both both theirs as Sagas. Going to keep this one, and I think what we're bottoming in here, like Shadow Spear on another Goyf is very good. It's just whether we want to go. Do we want to? We're on the play. I kind of want to play the Nethergoyf, but it's going to be a 0/1, and we don't have any fetch lands. I think I'm just going to put back the Shadow Spear, and then we can lead with, I think, just Overgrown Tomb, Nethergoyf. We're on the play, so it doesn't. Nothing really punishes us for that, I don't think. So yeah, we'll just go for that, and then the turn after we can Bowmasters or Theatre. Not bad leaving the Theatre to surveil until we know what we're up against. Obviously, we kind of want to be against a creature deck here. Well, we definitely want to be against a creature deck. And when I say that, careful what you wish for. We don't want it to be big creatures, sowing Mycospawn and Worldbreaker and stuff. Stomping Ground could be Eldrazi. Red. Okay, they bolt another Goyf. We weren't going to be able to play around that too effectively. Well, we draw a Tarmogoyf. So here, Tarmogoyf is currently weak to Lightning Bolt. So I'm just going to play our Forest and pass. The old classic of trying to bolt a Tarmogoyf, but having to be very careful of what types are in the graveyard. But yeah, don't want to play that out straight into a. Okay, this is really good for us, obviously. Cast a Bowmasters. Really big tempo swing. And now Goyf is... Oh no, still a 2/3. Let's surveil. Catacombs can go into the graveyard, and then we are able to play this Goyf. It's now big enough to survive a Lightning Bolt, and we can just attack in. If we hadn't been able to play another creature, we would have held the Orc army back. I'm not sure what this is. It's some sort of Gruul, or potentially Gruul. It could be Jund. Let's see what land they go and get here. No, it looks like it is Gruul mid-range. Okay, Spyro's pretty good. I mean, we have the Bowmaster out, which is really nice. So it's going to mow down. It depends what they discard here. Okay, so given that we've got 2, just going to maximize. Yeah, we'll just kill the Pyromancer. Now we're attacking him for quite a lot of damage. So if we kill this, we can attack for 7. Well, we're definitely thought seizing. So they've drawn another Pyromancer and an Endurance. I'm tempted to take the Endurance, honestly. Like the Endurance themselves. Next time they're going to Pyromancer draw 2. We've got the Bowmasters. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take the Endurance, which seems wild, but the question is, do we attack with everything? I think just these. Definitely, yeah, oh no, yeah, definitely don't want to lose the Bowmasters. Wouldn't be too surprised to see a chump block here, yeah. But he's going to play out another Goyf. Yeah, obviously didn't want to lose the Bowmasters there, given that we left. But Endurance can be quite awkward because their Endurance themselves and our Goyfs shrink quite a lot. So they have land, Pyromancer, 1 unknown. Okay, decide to pack it in. So they could be on Blood Moon. That is something we do need to be aware of. Against these kind of matches, the common thing I certainly used to do is take out all the Thought Seizes, and I think we're going to do that here. So take out all the Thought Seizes, bring in some removal. We saw Endurance, we saw Spyro. I guess we're going to probably bring in Graveyard Hate. Like, Trespass is just a decent mid-range card. I don't know if we want Pyroclasm. We could consider cutting these Inquisitions. Inquisitions, you know, they're fine. They're good to have early, but Shadow Spear is good. Haywire might. We don't really know what we're doing, but having an out to Blood Moon probably isn't the worst. We probably will try and fetch around if we can. Soul Guide Lantern's quite low opportunity cost because it can just cycle. Is that what we want? We could consider Pyroclasm. Don't think so though. I think we're just going to go with that. Could consider cutting Ragavan on the draw. Sorry, on the play. No, on the draw. That is right. This hand's weird. Like, we can't Ren and 6. We have very good mid-range style cards, but if they just go Ragavan, we just kind of lose. So I think I'm going to mulligan that. This hand is a lot better. We'll keep it. I think I'm just going to bottom the Soul Guide. I want to guarantee going Bowmasters into Liliana. And fetching our basics isn't a bad idea. They've mulled to 5. Don't want to see Ragavan. Okay, no Ragavan is really, really good for us. Goyf's fine. So I think we just go Overgrown Tomb and pass. And then we'll start fetching our basics. Most important basic to get here, probably green. Trouble is we then can't. We are actually going to have to fetch shop one of these. If we could only get one basic, what colour would we want? Okay, they have Ren and 6, which is fine. Could go Goyf here, but it's only a 0-1. We have our own Ren and 6. I think I want to just get Bowmasters down. If this fetches basic, yeah, I think I'm going to fetch a basic Forest. Forest is also able to activate Haywire Might if they Blood Moon us, and also cast Beseid, well, cast, quote unquote, channel Beseiju. If they go for a Pyromancer here, we can do a lot of damage with this Bowmasters. Clothis. Okay, not seen that one for a while. So, fetch. I think we will go and grab a basic Forest now. Just guarantee. Gonna ping the Ren and 6. God, this is magic from times past. Okay, so we can either go Ren and 6, or we can go Liliana. I think I want to go Liliana. We'll attack Ren and 6 with the Orcs. Then I'll fetch a basic swamp. Cast Liliana. Plus. Just discard. If they have something that exiles our entire graveyard, discarding this is pretty bad. But I don't feel like they do. I think it's worth. Next turn, the ability to double spell is obviously really good. Liliana are less good into Ren and 6 because they can just plus, you know, keep lands in their hand. But we're looking to try and kill Ren and 6 this coming turn. And Liliana with our own Ren and 6 is obviously very good. Well, a bit awkward here. I probably should have fetched Shocked there thinking about it, because this turn we can't go Ren and 6 and Terminate. Like if they play a big blocker. Okay, they had a red mana. They got 4 cards in hand. I guess, yeah, that is true. They do get to kill Ren and 6, but we can ping their Ren and 6 now potentially. I guess Liliana are less good against Seasoned Pyromancer. Khan the Great Creator. Okay, so it's like a red-green mid-range style strategy. Let's see what they get. They could get like Tormod's Crypt, which would actually be really annoying. Didn't expect this really. I wouldn't be surprised to see them get something a bit better. They could get EE. Okay, they get Liquid Metal Coating. So we're definitely going to try and kill the Ren and 6 here. We'll go straight to combat. Yeah, attack Ren and 6. Looks like they're going to bolt it. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll go land. I don't think I want to get basic necessarily. Could get basic mountain. Actually, basic mountain isn't too bad. Basic mountain. Ren and 6. Shoot there, Ren and 6. Play a Goyf. I think I'm just going to plus. Going to ditch the Terminate, but. Okay, they get rid of Coating. We've got 1 card in hand. Obviously, the Khan is a problem. The other option was we could have plus the Ren and 6, got a land back, kept hold of the Terminate. Okay, they eat the Bowmasters, which drains us for 2. 2 cards in hand. Wouldn't be surprised if they kept like a Seasoned Pyromancer or something. They obviously don't need the mana because they didn't go for a land with Colossus. They could get something like an Ensnaring Bridge. Okay, there's a Spyro. They discard a Spyro. Play a Ragavan. So they're getting up towards the point where Colossus is going to be live. So plus Khan. We can ping Khan down now though. They get the Ether. Oh, okay, so they're trying out that. Okay. So obviously Ether Spark is attached to a creature. Can't be attacked, and whenever a crypt creature deals damage, put that many counts on. Okay. Well, that's an interesting draw. Hopefully the other card in their hand is CMC 3 or less, and then we can get rid of the Ether Spark. That's really handy. Unilateral discard. Go for 7/8. I think I am just going to kill the Khan. And then I think we can just pass. They are quite incentivized to attack. Yeah, there's no way we attack here. So yeah, obviously we drew very well there. And it was very fortunate that the opponent had had something we could take with Inquisition. So yeah, all really lined up well for us there. This coming turn is interesting. Looks like the opponent's very interested in killing Liliana. Wouldn't be surprised to see them attack us with Ragavan. Yeah. So we just get to block Ragavan here. Opponent plays a land. Don't know if we're meant to cash in our Wrenn and 6 now. I don't think so. They can make tokens with Seasoned Pyromancer here. This Clothis is rather irritating. So let's just go attack with Goyf. Yeah, they're going to make tokens with Pyromancer. Do we cash in our Wrenn and 6? I think we probably do. We just want to get as much out of the way of this Wrenn and 6 as we can. We could kill all of their stuff here. So I think we'll ping here. Collapse here. Obviously it means they get to make blockers, but I think that's fine. We have a lot of draws that are very good here. Obviously being Jund, we have some good top decks. They do have Seasoned Pyromancer in the graveyard, which can make... Oh, Relic is rough. Although they have to... they don't actually have to choose here. So they're just going to make us take no damage. With the Relic draw, I guess I'm a little surprised they didn't make a mana, because they could have played the Relic... Oh no, because then they couldn't have cracked it anyway. Wouldn't mind drawing Bowmasters, I guess. Another Goyf. Go to combat. Okay, they're going to shrink it. Get rid of the enchantment. I'm just going to play... They take the damage there. Does mean that they can't do anything with Clothis, potentially. Unless they bolt Liliana, I guess. Okay, they play a land. Play another Relic. Okay. Well, these aren't the best draws, if I'm honest. Plus, what do we want to draw? I guess Bowmasters is very, very, very good. Haywire Might would be really good. As a Saga we take. What's this? 4 mana, 5 mana, Obsidian Charmor. Okay, I wasn't expecting that one. Does stop us casting some stuff here, but now we can edict the Charmor and attack with the Goyfs. So we'll see if the opponent wants to crack the Relic. Okay, we get in for a couple of points of damage. But I suppose that's negated by Clothis. Yeah, really. I mean, this Clothis is kind of soloing us. Okay, Ragavan's a good draw. I'm just going to block it with the Nethergoyf. So they have Ragavan in hand. We can plus. Okay, Catacombs is an interesting one. I guess I'm just going to Inquisition. Well, yeah, we do that first. It's kind of a waste, but what I guess we could have plussed, but makes these Goyfs bigger. So I'll attack first before we activate Liliana. I think I'm going to fetch now. Maybe that's bad because it makes our life total a multiple of 2. So we want black mana here, probably black-red. Yeah, we are fine with Ragavan. Okay, so I'll exile. We'll actually exile Nethergoyf because it doesn't shrink these Goyfs. Okay. Plus. So we have Ragavan on the top. So they get to drain us for 2. We go to 6. They go to 8. But we have 2 big Goyfs and a Ragavan. Well, a dashed Ragavan is pretty good. Oh, they know we've got something on top, so they probably just attack us. They cast a Ragavan. We edict it. Yeah, this Clothis has been a real problem. So they cast their own Ragavan. Well, they cast our Ragavan, but we just edict this, and then they're kind of forced to crack the relic. Depends what we draw. But we don't have many turns. Okay, Bowmasters is actually one of the best draws. So we could Bowmaster down the Ragavan, but I think I'm just going to Edict. Attack for 6. Yeah, we're definitely playing the Bowmasters here. Get as much damage across as we can. Okay. Well, they haven't got... It does clear the graveyard for Clothis. It's also good into Pyromancer. They're not dead this turn unless we draw something like Lightning Bolt. Ignoble Hierarch. Okay. Blood Moon. Well, we're mostly insulated from Blood Moon. That's actually an interesting draw because it grows the Goyfs under Blood Moon because we play it and then we can attack with everything. It is something for Clothis though. So let's say we play it. These Goyfs become 2/3s. We attack with everything. They block here. But then Clothis eats it. The other option is I just attack. No, I think we're going for it. Attack with everything. Then the opponent has top decks that they can draw. Opponent has to block one of the 2 power creatures here. So they go to 1. They're going to go to 3 from Clothis, which shrinks the Goyfs. But then we have 3 power here. It really depends what they draw. Like if they draw Bolt, we just kind of lose. If they draw a Ragavan, we lose. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked. No, I think attacking with everything was fine. Okay. Close. Clothis pretty much just soloed that game, keeping them in it. It was around for so many turns, gave them so much life, shrunk our stuff. Yeah. But yeah, we do end up getting there. So good to get the win. See you for round 2. Right, we're on the play here, and yeah, the hand's really good. Going to keep this. We get to go turn 1 Ragavan into turn 2 Ren and 6. Obviously, Ragavan fallen out of favour in quite a lot of decks, but turn 1 Ragavan still very, very good. So opponent leads on Swamp Bauble, so quite likely to be a fatal push here. Just going to go ahead and attack. We draw push, which isn't the worst draw. Okay, there's a push. So here, how much do you think basic forest is the way? No, because then we can't. We can double spell next turn, but not if we want to play Saga. So I think I'm just going to get Overgrown Tomb. Round 6. Plus on Wooded Foothills and pass. Right, opponent plays If Near Deadlands. So this is the mono black Eldrazi list, I think. I've played this once before. On the channel. So this is a weird spot because I kind of want to play Saga, but I also want to hold up Catacombs in case they go Temple, Thought Not Seer. But I think getting Saga down is probably better. Especially because we have so many lands in hand. Okay, opponent looks at the top of our library. They did hold on to the Bauble. They sometimes do play... Do they play Bowmasters? Maybe. You have to be careful of the dead lands. Okay, so there is Temple. And looks like... it could be Kozilek's Command, to be fair. Okay, so that thing I was worried about happening is exactly what just happened, but... Okay, Thoughtseize is interesting. It's actually quite good. So we'll Thoughtseize them. Their hand is pretty rubbish. So we'll go land. So if we attack here, because we kind of want to block with the army anyway. So this, we fetch, it becomes a 3, and then we could ping it with Ren 6. I'm going to attack here. Or no, because otherwise, actually, we can double block with a 3/4 and a 1/1. So actually, yeah, no, that's not correct. Given that we're going to be, I actually don't want to return the Wooded Foothills to our hand. Because we're going to want it in the graveyard for Nethergoyf. Opponent plays Prismatic Vista. So they have 3 lands and an unknown in hand. Okay, they're attacking Ren and 6. So yeah, I'm just going to go and get a forest. Our life total is quite low. If they've drawn another Bowmasters, it's a pain. But I think it's worth taking the block here. Obviously, I could have drawn Fatal Push as well. But if everything goes correctly, like we want it to here, we get to draw a card from Thought Not Seer, they kill the Nethergoyf, but we get to keep the construct and we get to keep our Renin 6. Yeah, so that's fairly ideal. We do draw another land. They could kill this with if near dead lands. Okay, they've drawn Thoughtseize, which actually our hand is also rubbish, but we do have Saga and Renin 6 on 6, so. And we get to go make a construct, another land. So we get to go make a construct. Not sure what we're going to go and get here. It's probably just Shadow Spear. Yeah, I think so. Plus the Renin 6 on Saga. Play the Saga. The opponent does run Saga as well, I believe. Get to attack him with 4 lifelink. So weirdly, next turn, I don't think we're ultimately Renin 6. We haven't got any instants and sorceries in the graveyard. Okay, opponent plays a Nethergoyf, which is actually quite large. Okay, we find our own Thoughtseize. So if we attack... If we attack and they block... We can go make a construct, make it a 5, and then ping with Renin 6, which I think is pretty good. So let's just go land. Oh, I probably should. Oh no, we can surveil anyway. So that'll be, yeah, 5 from the construct, and then ping for 6. Okay, we're fine for them to make a block. See, we lose a construct. I think I'm just going to surveil rather than equip. No, I think equipping is fine. Equip onto this one. Use our mana most efficiently. I suppose they can escape the Nethergoyf next turn, but it will be a lot smaller. Opponent plays a swamp. I think they've played both of these swamp. They can do this. Their best draw, as usual, is Kozilek's Command. This is something big. I don't think they run the big spells like Emrakul. That kind of thing. Okay, it is Kozilek's Command, which is, yeah, a bit rough. See what they do with their Scry, because they have, okay, they go 1 top, so they've drawn that one. They play a Nethergoyf, so that is very good. Okay, we find another Saga, which is another land, which isn't great. So, oh, we can just get Spellbomb though. Get the Saga back. Play a Saga. Equip here. Attack for 5. Spellbomb them. Maybe I meant to Thoughtseize instead here. Oh, I suppose I could have gone Spellbomb them, then Renin 6 ping. Okay, so that does that. Let's go start off with an Inquisition, see what they've got. Okay, just a swamp. I don't think we can kill them this turn. 7. Oh yeah, I think we actually probably can, because we can go ping with Renin 6 for an extra damage. Play another Saga. Pump this. Yeah, exactly lethal. Okay. So against black, so we're going to want the Charbors. We're possibly wanting Damping Sphere, but they only run, it's only the temples. It's essentially mono black midrange splashing colorless. I think we want the spell bombs. The Shadow Spear is good. Haywire Might, I'm pretty sure they run Urza's Saga, so I think I'm going to keep the Might in. It could be another one we take out things like Thoughtseize. Liliana's very good. Push is very good. I think trim at least some number of Thoughtseize. It might even be all that kind of effect, to be fair, because like we saw then, Inquisition started missing at the end. Trespasser, Terminate. Maybe another Haywire Might, honestly. Yeah, let's try that. Obviously, we're set up well for the grindy type matches we saw there. Just able to recur as a Saga again and again. Going to mulligan this one. Only one land. This is awkward as well. I think keeping and surveilling, trying to surveil into a land is better. I'm going to bottom one of these. So we have our first draw, second draw, and potentially a surveil to look for our next land. So yeah, they definitely are a... Ooh. Okay, well that changes things. The upside of this is just so high. I think... Is it Blood Crypt so we can cast the Nethergoyf, or is it... I think it is. If we don't draw a land, we're in pretty bad way anyway. I guess this plays a lot into Bowmasters, but with this hand, I don't think we can beat that anyway. Okay, double Temple. So if they go turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer... Okay, so see what they draw. See what they take. They're going to take the Molten Collapse, I imagine. Maybe we should be running Discard. Obviously, this is one of their best starts. They take Molten Collapse. So we just want to go land, really. Land? It is a land. Okay. So let's go land. I think I'm just going to double spell. Just go Overgrown Tomb. Nethergoyf. Haywire Might. Go. They could equip the Thought-Knot Seer with Shadow Spear and attack. That's not a great use of their mana. Okay, they do play Urborg. Kind of wish I got a basic forest, but actually I wish I got Stomping Ground. What's this? Could be Kozilek's Command. Kozilek's Command, exile the Goyf, make a Spawn or Scry. Yep. Okay, so get rid of the Goyf. But I wouldn't imagine they attack still. And if we find a land, we're in really good shape. They do attack. I am very surprised at that. What could they have? Because... Oh, they must have Fatal Push. Yeah, they must have Fatal Push. Because if not, I just get to Edict the... Thought-Knot Seer. Yeah. I think I'm just going to play the Ragavan now. And then block, exile the Shadow Spear. Yeah, obviously a land off the top there would have been pretty insane. I think I'm going to block, exile Shadow Spear here. The opponent might not attack now. They do. We are at 10 life. They've played their land for turn. If they hadn't played their land for turn, I'd be a lot more hesitant to do this, because they could then just slam Urza's Saga. Okay, so we go back up to 12. Again, I'm assuming the opponent has something good here, because it could be another Thought Not Seer, could be Kozilek's Command, could be Push. Okay, Trespasser is pretty good. Let's see if we can draw a land. Okay, they find Spellbomb as well. Like, land is obviously really, really good. Nethergoyf. So am I meant to attack if they block? I think I am, and then we can discard the Nethergoyf. Okay, they block. Let's go Bowmasters. So we do have to discard, but this Nethergoyf's not going to be very big given that they've got the spell bomb. I think I'd rather keep the Liliana in the hope that we eventually draw a land. They can't attack very easily through these either. Okay, they play a land. Playing something now. 4 mana could be, I don't know. Oh, they could just be using the if near dead lands. Okay, so I'm just going to block. And then if we find a land, an untapped land, we're in quite good shape. To be block here, yes, yeah, because they've tapped out. So okay, still no land, unfortunately, which is pretty rough. So the opponent's got the opposite problem. Okay. If they have Kozilek's Command in hand, we're pretty much just cooked. They hard cast a Leyline of the Void. Okay. So again, we just really, really need a land. Goyf is fine. So I think if they attack, do we block? I don't think so, because so if we block here, they exile their own graveyard. Goyf becomes a 2, 3. So what I think I'd rather do is not block, because we've got push in hand. So next turn we can go block. If we don't draw a land, we can go block and then push the Thought Not Seer. Okay, as it is, we do draw the land. So do we just do this now? Oh, hold on. Oh, I should have played Liliana first, because if they have Kozilek's Command, yeah, I've missed 5. I've missed some potential damage here, because I wanted to play around Kozilek's Command. So if they have Kozilek's Command and they play it and sacrifice a spawn, we're going to need a blocker. See if they have anything to say. Liliana's ability on the stack. I guess if they have Kozilek's Command, they can just exile the Goyf. So yeah, missed a few points of damage there. Charm War's not the worst draw. Surely they haven't got the thing. Looks like they have. I'm very surprised they didn't. Yeah, I'm very surprised they didn't go make a spawn, sack that instead of Thought Not Seer, but obviously thinking I've got something better to do. Okay, there's Saga, so that's fine. Saga Netherglyph also fine. So we're just going to empty our hand here. We are going to have to... Well, we don't... So this is a hidden mode with Liliana. You don't have to discard anything. But I think we do want to here. I'm going to discard the Spell Bomb. Oh, we could play the Spell Bomb. Okay, so we do need to fetch. So let's go Mountain. I'm going to plus. We are going to plus. Just to get the last card out of our opponent's hand. Oh, with Leyline of the Void, actually, Spell Bomb doesn't really do anything. Well, it exiles their graveyard. So we can go push here. Play this. Destroy Saga. Pass. They can obviously get Netherglyph back, but let's see what they've drawn. Obviously drawing multiple Leyline of the Void is a bit awkward. So I think they're going to play the Netherglyph. But we can Edict it again. Depends what we draw. Lightning Bolt is a good draw. We've also got a Netherglyph in the graveyard, so I think we're just going to go Bolt here. This is obviously very bad into Kozilek's command. They get rid of another Leyline of the Void. Leyline of the Void, very powerful, but obviously when you start drawing multiples. Okay, they find another Netherglyph, but we have Liliana. Well, there's another Liliana. So let's just go minus. You sacrifice. Let's just turn off auto use. Is there any reason we'd want to play out this second Liliana? Now, if we draw... If we play it out, we put Liliana... No, because we can never escape this Netherglyph. I guess it puts out a Liliana on 4. Yeah, I think so. Keep that one. Having a Liliana on 4 is just better. Work our way up towards an ultimate. They find an If Near Deadlands, which they're probably just going to activate to make our Charm War a 2/2. What's our best draw here? Renin 6 isn't bad. Well, no, Renin 6 isn't great. Goyf, however, we like that one. Do this, plus attack. Okay. They do have Bowmasters. Bowmasters is something we need to be aware of. Opponent actually just plays a Swamp. Because, yeah, we are at 2 life. We've got 5 damage coming in. I'm not sure they have many outs here. That's a good draw. Play the Saga. Plus Lily up to 6. Oh, okay. Yeah, because they haven't played anything, we can just attack freely here. Not expecting anything with haste. So if they have Bowmasters, do you need to be careful of that? But because of Liliana, we can play around it. Okay, and the opponent just concedes. So let's say they'd held a card in hand and we wanted to attack. We have the Saga, so we're able to block a point of damage. I actually think we just go attack. they flash in Bowmasters, ping us for 1. They have to block the Goyf though, and then we edict the other token. They go to 3, and then yeah. So that's how we would have played that one. If we let's say we draw nothing, we play a land plus Liliana. They play the Bowmasters, shoots for 1. We then can't attack. No, that's the same, right? We attack with it's not. We attack with both, and then we can block 1, but then we're dead to removal. So no, I think we would have done it the first way. But yep, 2-0. Let's move on to round number 3. Right, on the play here, and yeah, again, this hand's really, really good. I had some success last time in going turn 1 discard, turn 2 Ragavan. I think that might be what I do here, because we're a little bit threat light. Opponent's mulliganing to 6, so firing off 2 discard spells by turn 2 and hitting them and playing Ragavan, and we have the Croxer as well. Okay, so it's actually Eldrazi here, so in that case it's actually just playing Ragavan, and then next turn just firing off 2 discard spells, because we don't expect Eldrazi to be able to interact too favourably with a turn 1 Ragavan pre-board. See what they do with this Devourer. Not sure what the Eldrazi lists are looking like now, because Breach is gone. I think a lot of Eldrazi players, myself included, were clamouring to get rid of Karn. They are still running Karn though. We do see Karn here. Okay, they surveil. I guess they get to... Okay, they just put 1 on top. We could... So it's a weird one here where we could just not attack with Ragavan, but that's just not correct. So we'll go attack, because then it lets them draw like the rubbish card they put on top. Well, it's not rubbish. We don't want that one in their hand. So now we'll just go Inquisition. No. Okay, so I'm not actually going to go Inquisition first. I'm going to go Thoughtseize, because if we miss with Inquisition, it's really rough. Okay, we're not going to miss with Inquisition. It's going to take the command here. Then we'll go shock this in Inquisition U. It's going to take a Rumble. Then are we playing Haywire Might out? Extra, yeah, I think so. Next turn we can go Surveil, play Croxer. They're going to go Labyrinth. I mean, we don't really want them to find a Kozilek's Return. But I guess I'm maybe a little bit surprised they put that on top. They could have just dumped it to the bin, but and they haven't got many good hits for our Ragavan. Okay, they Rumble. So they played the Rumble, and they put the Devour and the Cavern of Souls out. No, sorry, it's not. They choose Talisman. So they have Cavern of Souls, Talisman, 1 unknown. Okay. So let's go push the Spawn. Attack with everything. Like, push is not getting us very far a lot of the time. Okay, Forest off the top. Let's go Commercial District. See what's on top. Bloodstained Mire can hit the graveyard, and then I'm just going to play the Croxer, use all of our mana. And then next turn, really depends what we draw. Like dumping Bloodstained Mire into the graveyard there was pretty much, you know, we really wanted to get Croxer out. Yeah, we really want to get Crocs out, so putting stuff in the graveyard helps. This card Talisman. So they have Cavern, 2 unknowns. Still Cavern, 2 unknowns. Mycospawn is annoying. It just stonewalls our stuff. Yeah, it is that. So they have Cavern in hand. And they're setting themselves up for a big draw at some point. Bloodstained Mire is probably the best, one of the best draws, because we just go land, fetch a, I think just a basic swamp is fine. Play Croxer. Maybe we should have kept hold of that push, but okay, we just pass. They get rid of the Cavern, go to 11. We're in a decent shape here. They can draw. Can they draw Emrakul? 2, 4, 6. Not quite. They're 1 mana short of Emrakul. Okay, now they have good, like really good live draws. I think I just attack everything here. So they go block. They take 7. Trouble is, they're gonna get this back 2, 4. They're going to get this back, play Devour, exile our Croxer. So do we attack all? So they go block here, they take 7, 8, 9, 10. Next turn they play that. I don't think we... no, I don't think we do attack all. Or do we? Because that puts them dead to Bowmasters. Essentially, we're just trading Ragavan. Attack, block. They go to 8. Oh, they might. Oh, that is no. They might have to block this. They go to 8. I wasn't thinking about that. I'm attacking with everything. Get as much damage through before they play the Devourer next turn. Oh no, I was allowing for that, sorry. Yeah, so they can go to 1. We'll see how they choose to block. Okay, they do block the Ragavan. They go to 1. I think that was worth attacking though. They're going to go add Mycospore, add, yeah, they've added the thing to their hand. But we now have Lightning Bolt, Ren and 6, and no Croxer. No, we only have 1 Croxer. Lightning Bolt, Ren and 6, Orcish Bowmasters. So that's 8 draws in 47 cards. Maybe throwing the Ragavan away wasn't worth it because we are actually only on 13 life. Push. Okay, that's not actually too bad. They've got 6 card types. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, so there's no point in exiling Utopia Sprawl here. Because if they draw Emrakul, they can cast it anyway. But what I am going to do is... Okay, that's actually pretty good. Will they attack, I wonder? Okay, no attacks. So let's go make a token. Oh yeah, this is fine. Okay, so what we can do is go make a token. This turn, Saga is going to go to the graveyard to give us Revolt. Push this. And then we get across with for the last point of damage. So the extra point from the Ragavan play was actually pretty crucial. We'll grab Spell Bomb. Push this. Then just attack with everything. So yeah, the extra point just allowing us to get across for the final point of damage. Yeah, happy with that. Okay, so here we want the Charmors, Damping Sphere, Boseiju, possibly Trespasser, possibly Terminate, possibly Haywire Might, possibly Spell Bomb. We don't really want Fatal Push, Lightning Bolt. They did play Khan, but I don't think the Lightning Bolt is really where we want to be. Shadow Spear as well. Liliana's good. Orcish Bowmasters is fine. Ren and 6 is good, especially because we're bringing in Boseiju. Ragavan's really good. We like the Goyfs. I think I'm just going to bring in these two. So any other cuts? How good is Bowmasters isn't amazing. They don't really draw that many cards. So I think I'm going to trim a couple of those, play these. Okay, so this lets us go Inquisition into Goyf. But we have to go and get black, green. We have double Saga. I'm going to try it. This is... Okay, that's not a terrible draw. So over to... So we're really looking to take a Ramp Piece or Kozilek's Command. Okay, so they don't have... So yeah, they're planning on Rumble. A good point to note, if the opponent... I mean, Temple is maybe a little bit different, but if they don't really do much on turn 1, it's quite probable they're relying on Rumble. Okay, so here I'm just going to play a land. If they go for a Writhing Chrysalis, I'll probably... Oh, I meant to go Goyf. Definitely meant to go Goyf there. Okay, Sprawl. Yeah, okay, did mean to go Goyf there. Let's go Bowmasters. So opponent does miss a land drop. Molten Collapse. Molten Collapse is actually really quite nice. Do we go... So, I kind of want to do this, and then we get Descend, and we get to go kill next turn, which is really nice. So yeah, let's just go Theatre. I guess top. Play a Goyf. Because yeah, next turn, Saga goes. We haven't been able to make a construct. We do have a backup Saga here. So Saga goes, and then we get to go destroy Chrysalis or Khan and the Utopia Sprawl. Okay, there's the Chrysalis. Okay. So let's add mana. Gonna go and get Haywire Might. Play another Saga. Molten Collapse. Oh, hold on. Do we attack first? Because we could just play the Spell Bomb, attack with stuff because we kind of want them to sack these spawn. One, two, three. No, I think I'm just gonna kill as much of their stuff as we can. So let's just do both. Kill this, because then we get to get through with as much damage as we can as well. And I'm just going to play Damping Sphere, I think. Water Collapse has actually been quite impressive. Let's go Damping Sphere, because all we're trying to do here is take them off as much mana as possible. Goif's now a 4/5 as well. And these can obviously attack through the spawn. And they're super incentivized to not block with those. I guess they can go Calm. But then they have to sack both spawn, and they can't play a spell after that. Okay, Talisman is fine. I'm just going to exile that one. We are actually down on mana, but so they've got. Have they still got a Rumble in hand? Okay, green. Nature's Claim. Okay, so Nature's Claim our thing. Lily of the Veil. Okay, so we just go. Why did they Nature's Claim the Saga, I wonder? So let's go attack with everything, and then Haywire Might. I think do they have to block 5, 6, 7, 8? They don't have to. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Then we're going to go Haywire. Oh, okay. So they go to 1. Oh, they go to 2. Okay. So then we go. I think I'm just taking them off as much mana as we can here. And then play the Spell Bomb. How close are they to Emrakul? 1, 2, 3, 4. Like a long way. So yeah, see, they could go Khan, but they can't really do much with it. They do have blockers. Maybe we're meant to keep the Haywire Might around, but I don't think so. If we draw a land, we can Liliana away one of these, which is quite funny. Let's go attacking. I suppose I could have drawn Kozilek's Command. They go block Kozilek's Command. Which is a little bit rough. Let's see what they do. They could exile the Goif. But then like, if they draw a card, they're still... Looks like they're going to exile Goif. I think they're going to... Yeah, okay, so make a load of spawn and exile the Tarmogoyf. Okay, so I'm going to play another Goif. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 for Emrakul, so still don't need to crack the Spell Bomb. Another talisman is fine. So if we draw a land, we know the 4 cards in their hand. Yeah, opponent concedes. So yeah, worked out well for us there. Just the classic Inquisition into Tarmogoyf. A few supporting roles along the way, Haywire Might and such. But I'm surprised they Nature's Claimed our Saga instead of the Sphere. But yeah, we're 3-0. Let's keep going. Right, we're on the play again. This hand is, yeah, it's fine. Like, it's not. I'd like to see another land off the top. Definitely one that could cast Wrenn and 6, but we're just going to go Inquisition into Tarmogoyf. Opponent's mulliganing to 5. Yeah, I want an Inquisition first here, because then we get to use all of our mana. I mean, we could go Nethergoyf into Tarmogoyf, but especially given that the opponent's mulliganing to 4. Okay. So we'll fetch a Overgrown Tomb, Inquisition. Well, we're against energy. So I'm just going to take their... And we've got a push. I'm just going to take their turn 1 play, I think. Oh, actually, that was probably wrong. Yeah, probably should have just taken the Ajani because it's a 2-for-1. Although, well, we can push the Ajani and start pushing damage. So I haven't played against Boros in any of the couple of leagues we've played so far. But it puts 1 on top. We do want to find, we really want a land off the top here. So they're going to play a Johnny. Yeah. We have the push. Land. Bowmasters. Okay. Let's attack. Hopefully they block here. Yeah, that's what we like. Let's kill this. Hopefully they don't Blood Moon us. That would be awful. Okay, there's Spyro. So we really want a land off the top. Opponent discards land. Land? Okay, well, technically that is a land. So we'll float 1. Play a Shadow Spear, probably? Or do you want Spellbomb in case of Flage? I actually think Spellbomb in case of Flage. I guess we could have equipped. So we could either play Bowmasters. We can just let this go. I doubt the opponent blocks here. Oh, yeah, they do block. I think I'm just going to hold up Bowmasters. If they go for Ocelot Pride or something, it's better. Or Ragavan, yep. Just Bowmaster that down. Okay, we do finally draw a land. Play our land. Attack with everything. Just hold up the ability to make a construct. Okay, they dash Ragavan again. They could have some like Galvanic Discharge, but we're kind of fine with that. They've only got one card in hand. I think I'm going to block here, because if they find a Goyf or a Rat or a... Yeah. Yeah. So there we... I mean, yeah, they would have actually got rid of this before blocks, but if we don't do this, we have lethal on the backswing, but I think if they find a Goyf, it just stonewalls our Goyf for a while, so... Okay, so into energy. Definitely want these three things. Torak, Pyroclasm. And then like the Graveyard Hate is actually pretty good as well. What don't we like? Crocs is possibly a bit slow. Molten Collapse is good because it deals with both a creature. I mean, it can deal with a flipped Johnny, and it can also deal with a static prison. Haywire Might is good for the same reason. I like Shadow Spear, so I think we'll cut the Crocs. I'm going to cut the Lilianas. Having them Edict just a token is really bad. I'm considering Graveyard Trespasser. I think that's probably quite a good idea. Ragavan is awkward, especially on the draw. What do we think about Thoughtseize style things? I think cut a couple of Thoughtseizes, bring in the Trespasser, the Soul Guide. No, not the Soul Guide Lantern. I think the Spell Bomb. What do you think about Terminate? I think Terminate's probably not. Shoot the Sheriff. Okay, so Shoot the Sheriff notably cannot hit Ragavan. So I think we'll cut that for Terminate. Go with that. So yeah, obviously the opponents still put up a bit of a fight. We didn't find our lands very quickly, and you know they still had stuff going on. But even after a Malta 4, but yeah. If one of these was a fetch land, this hand would be pretty ideal. I'm going to keep this, and I think I'm just going to bottom the Thoughtseize. And then we're going to go Stomping Ground. We might even let some stuff go if we're going to... Okay, we're not going to let that go. I mean, we could do. So if they go... So what could they make that would give them enough energy to give this +1? I think I'm just going to go Stomping Ground tapped and risk the... risk just going for a Pyroclasm next turn. Like if they go Pride, okay, that's fine. I guess they could like get themselves some energy. Okay, we are a little bit weak to Blood Moon effect. But yeah, obviously Pyroclasm working out really nicely there. Maybe I'm too weak to Blood Moon here. Okay, Fable. Let's see what we draw. Catacombs. So we do need a black source. We could make a construct. Wonder if I meant to just go Bolt here, Besage you this. So this is definitely getting black. So we could Goyf is big enough to withstand this. So if we go Bolt, Besage you, they get an extra mana. But I think that's fine. Or do you want to develop the Nether Goyf? think I'm going to get Overgrown Tomb and then just go Bolt here. Just deal with all their stuff. I guess another option was to go, well, Torak into Fable is actually pretty good. Like they discard and it makes Torak bigger. Okay, yeah, we get kind of hosed there by Blood Moon. The opponent doesn't have white mana though. Okay. Saga not very good there. Yeah, I don't know. We probably could have done something differently. If this is Ragavan, I'm just gonna get his bombardment. Opponents lock themselves out of white mana. Okay, Overgrown Tomb. How do we get out? So we need to draw a basic land of pretty much any type. Okay, we probably just concede to Fable. Well, Haywire might. I guess they just kill that. And they can make mana with the Goblin. Yeah, I probably could have fetched better around this. Yeah, Guide of Souls. So basic forest is what we want. Spell Bomb. Well, we'll play it. I think this is probably garbage time, but there's always, they're not doing anything like massive, I suppose. Maybe I should have gone Torak Beseiju using, because Torak discounts it. So, right, we still have a. We can draw Pyroclasm as well. Yeah, definitely should have played better around Blood Moon. Okay, I think we've seen enough now. So possibly more Haywire Mites. I wonder if we do want things like Thoughtseize. Maybe we're meant to cut a Saga. We could bring in Beseiju instead of the Saga. I think trimming a Saga is probably fine. Let's try that. They're probably bringing in Wear Tear and stuff as well. This hand's great. We can fetch a load of basics. We probably don't even want to push on turn one. It's better. Well, no, that's wrong. If the opponent goes, Guide of Souls specifically, we'll push. But we don't want to fetch a basic on turn one because a basic swamp obviously can't cast Ren and 6. So in that case, I think we lead with this. So we get Blood Crypt and then, yeah. So we'll get Blood Crypt if we need to push. If not, we'll get a Surveil land. But it did melt to 5. It depends what they play. Okay, just a tap land is good for us. So we want black, and this is gonna just go and fetch basic forest immediately. So we'll go and get a Blood Crypt or a Raucous Theatre, top of Pyroclasm. We haven't got well, we've got a threat kind of in Ren and 6. Go and grab Forest. Play Ren and 6 plus. I'm going to get Bloodstained Mire back because Bloodstained Mire fetches our basic swamp. See what they go for here. We do have Pyroclasm ready to go, which if it's a Ajani we probably won't use, to be honest. Okay, Goblin Bombardment, Ragavan. Just going to dash, I think, while the going's good. Thraben Charm, okay, that's pretty good. So I'm just going to destroy their Goblin Bombardment. Gonna get a Swamp. Destroy target enchantment. Plus the Ren and 6. Opponent not very happy. See, they have 4 cards in hand. Okay. Do we just keep dashing? Do we just... Yeah, I think so. Don't see why not. Red. Let's keep dashing. Just a Marsh Flats. Plus... We are going to have to discard, but... Got 2 removal spells ready to go. Spin a Catacombs. Round 6 is on 6. Could go Static Prison. Okay, Guide of Souls. Just going to use our push. Then we'll Surveil. Graveyard of Land. Okay, we find another land. Just dash Ragavan again. Guess we should hold up. Yeah, it doesn't really matter here. Let's keep dashing. Okay, they have found a removal spell. So we'll go plus on the Ren and 6. And then we can actually just play our Stomping Ground now. Probably at this point I'm just going to ultimate Ren and 6 next turn. If they don't kill it. They've got 2 cards in hand. They do have Static Prison, so they're going to get rid of the Ren and 6. We don't actually have too much going on now. So you need to draw a threat, Tarmogoyf, anything like that. Not more lands. Well, we're sitting on a lot of removal spells, but Okay, Fable is obviously a problem. I think I'm just gonna bolt the goblin. We'll keep push up because that deals with Flage potentially. Okay, there's a threat at least. We'll play a land. Opponent can discard 2. They could play a Flage here. So yeah, we need to hold up Fatal Push for that. See what they discard. They don't discard anything. Okay, Guide of Souls. That's fine because we can just Pyroclasm all that away. They'll gain a load of energy, but I think that's fine. Because they can't attack this turn. Discard a Johnny. Okay, that's fine because we're just gonna. They do get the city's blessing. They gain a load of life, but we are just gonna Pyroclasm it away. They make so many tokens. I'm gonna fetch because I really don't want to find. You know, we're just gonna thin our deck at this point. Okay, Tarmogoyf's a good draw. So we'll go land, Pyroclasm, attack with Nethergoyf, play a Tarmogoyf, pass the turn. We got 9 power out. Opponents drawing from the top. They do have 8 energy. We have the ability to kill the reflection, but we don't have to do that right away. Okay, they make some tokens, which is fine. Well, Shadow Spear is a good draw. Equip the Tarmogoyf. I don't think we want to kill right now. Tarmogoyf does have trample. Hold our Fatal Push. Opponent got 2 cards. If they go for like a Seasoned Pyromancer, we'll need to kill the reflection in response. Because otherwise they can start copying it. It's Flage, potentially. Yep, Flage. That's fine. Dealing us 3 damage. They don't have anything to do. That's fine. So we've got 10 power. They're on 11. Okay, let's crunch in. I'm actually not going to play out this Nethergoyf because I'm a bit afraid of Wrath of the Skies. There you go, Wrath of the Skies. Don't want to lose the Nethergoyf. I think they're just going to escape Flage. And we just use the push that we've been holding on to. They play a land. Escape Flage. They haven't got the ability to exhaust it or whatever it's called. Okay, so this should just be good enough. Fatal push. I think that should be good enough. Opponent is quite salty in the chat. But yeah, we get the win. So we're 4-0. Right, well, didn't think I'd be saying this for a while, but we are on trophy match 3 for 3 from Jun League. Probably shouldn't speak too soon, but I think we're going to weirdly keep this on the play. We can just surveil on one, probably. Depends what we're against, but this hand's fine against like creature decks and stuff. I think I might play Haywire Might on one with Blood Crypt. Yeah, just use our mana. I guess it kind of gives away what we're trying to do. But, you know, if we're against Amulet or something, well, maybe we shouldn't have played it out, because it can, you know, if someone goes Saga, go, then we get to blow them out with Haywire Might. Hedge Maze. Okay, could be a range of things. I think we're just going to play our Shadow Spear out and pass with Bloodstained Mire up. Again, drawing all of our Saga targets isn't necessarily the best, but Hedge Maze. Not sure what this is, but we'll get across for our point of damage. And then, yeah, we've got Push and Bolt up, and then Liliana next turn. Maybe we shouldn't have played these if we think that discarding them to Liliana would be better. Catacombs. Okay, so it could be something like a... I don't know. What plays Hedge Maze Verdant Catacombs? We could have a Bowmasters, I suppose. So we don't want black, we want a commercial district here. I think we're going to keep, yeah, we'll keep the Goyf, and I don't think I'm going to play Liliana this turn. So let's go land, attack for 1. Could be like a Dryad Arbor. Oh, is this like Ice Fang Coatl? Well, I've not seen one of those for a while. I think I'm just gonna... I actually don't mind just trading our... So this is some sort... Oh, hold on. No, we don't want to trade the Haywire Might because this is probably a... like a Birthing Ritual style deck. So we want to keep this around. So I'm just going to go... I think push is... I think Bolt is actually slightly better to keep. So I'm just going to push the Ice Fang. Yeah, I want to keep the Haywire Might around. Play the Goyf. Next turn, if we rip a land, we can get to unilateral discard. I end up saying unilateral quite a lot in these leagues, which is a yeah, quite a... Okay, opponent's subtlety is the Goyf. I think we bottom, well, we draw Goyf, play Goyf again. I actually quite like that. I think it's better than a random draw. Opponent shocks in. Could be like an Eternal Witness, I suppose. If it's Eternal Witness, we'll just edict it. We do need to be afraid of Flare of Denial. Charlotte's Agent into Coiling Oracle. I have seen this deck, but I can't remember exactly what it is. Did they only reveal Coiling Oracle? Oh, is this? Oh, it's Primal Prayers is what it is. That's why we need to hold up Haywire Might. So there's a combo. Primal Prayers is a 4-mana enchantment that gives you energy, and then you can play creatures for just their energy cost, I think. And then there's a 1-mana thing that gives you it's a 1-mana 4/4 that enters the battlefield to gain energy. Well, enters the battlefield and you have to pay some energy to keep it around. If you don't, it goes back to your hand and you get 2 energy, but you can do that over and over again. And then I can't remember how it wins. Okay, so we draw Tarmogoyf. So they are at 4 mana. So the problem is, if we go Goyf and they go Primal Press, I don't think will they have enough mana to start it? Yes. But then we're not doing anything with our turn. They need to have exactly the combo in hand. I think I'm just gonna play it here. Pass the turn. I don't think it gets any. Oh, they Flare of Denial. Okay. Just trying to buy time. Okay, Shardless Agent. Oh, Oculus is scary. Floodpit's Drowner. Okay, so you can't get Oculus. Yeah, you can tap that one. I think I'm just going to bolt now. Yeah, I'm just going to actually bolt the Floodpit's Drowner, I think. Because that can shuffle our Haywire Might away. I think I'm going to play, I don't know, it depends what we draw. Shoot the Sheriff. Liliana minus, they did show us Oculus. So I actually think now I'm just going to wait. I don't think this is Primal Prayers. I think it's something else. I think it might be like it could be a Birthing Ritual deck. Could be a range of things, but I think holding up Haywire Might and Shoot the Sheriff is probably better. They put Dismember into the graveyard, which I'm a little bit surprised at. Okay, they attack for 4. I'm just going to wait. Oh, these aren't rogues. Oh, I can't kill that. Okay, Ice Fang. Shoot the Sheriff cannot kill Shardless Agent. I think I'm just going to go for this. Another Goyf. I think I'm going to play the Goyf first. And pass. I could have another Flare, I guess. I'm thinking to Stupor. Well, we'll get our damage across. I guess their plan is now solidly revolving around just beating us down with these. They could have if they've drawn a Subtlety, we're at risk. Okay, Inquisition is a good draw. Inquisition. see what's going on over there. Paying costs of some kind. Force of negation. Okay, well, we'll play the Goyf. They have a lot of permission. I wonder if I was meant to attack there. I now will be blocking the Flood Pits Drowner. Okay, they shuffle some stuff away. Really depends what we have. I have now. So we can go Liliana Edict. I mean, we could go Liliana Edict, or we can go attach Shadow Spear and attack. I think Liliana Edict is better. The opponent's got one card in hand. Another sink. Okay, so I'll play a land and pass. Unfortunately, we have to block now. Opponent's got 0 cards. So we go block, take no damage essentially. We go to 1. Back up to 3, so I'm not actually going to fetch here. Because drawing Fatal Push is pretty good as well. Okay, let's go Liliana. Oh, hold on. I want to play both spells here. So we go Liliana minus, play Ragavan, but that means this has to fetch. We have to fetch a basic forest, play Liliana. Yeah, okay, so we'll go for it, because if they have a count spell, I guess if they have one count spell, we can potentially do some stuff, but I don't think it's worth playing around here. Got another one. Well, they've drawn pretty hot. Maybe I was meant to play around that. I could have gone. Well, no, I couldn't, because I would have. They flare our first spell, and then yeah. So just kind of, we didn't see. We saw Oculus and stuff. I don't really know. I mean, Torpor Orb seems very good against them. We saw Ice Fang. Subtlety. Haywire might. I think I overvalue. I think I maybe missed what they're actually doing. So I think I'll get rid of a Haywire might. Shadow Spear and Spell Bomb are still good. I like all of the removal. Shoot the Sheriff was a bit awkward, but it is good into Oculus. What about Renin 6? Renin 6 is good for pinging off some stuff. Terminate. What else are we considering? I guess Pyroclasm. We probably want. Liliana against Charlotte Agent isn't great. What could they be bringing in? I don't know. They had a lot of permission, so I think keeping in the Inquisitions and stuff is good. Bowl Crocs. Crocs are getting flared is probably bad. I think I want Trespasser instead. I think I do want Terminate if they're playing Oculus. Bowmasters is very good here. I might trim a Ragavan on the play. Well, no, on the play it's probably at its best. What do we want to trim? Maybe a Shoot the Sheriff. Is that? Yeah, let's try this. Okay, and yeah, our hand's good. So we'll go They could be on Harbinger, I suppose. But I'm not going to mulligan this hand. Like going turn 1 Ragavan, potentially turn 2 Trespasser, or just turn 2 Nethergoyf Spellbomb or something. Pretty good. We've got a Besage as well. Yeah, we'll give this a go. We didn't see anything. I think I will cut Ragavans on the draw, because we play Ragavan turn 1 and they just play Icefang Coatl and it's really bad. So yeah, on the draw we'll bring back in maybe Croxer, maybe shoot the Sheriff, cut some Ragavans. Okay, so let's enact the plan. Go and get a Blood Crypt here. Play our Ragavan. They could Subtlety it, but it is a 2-for-1. But if they can't deal with Ragavan, then that's fair enough. If they do Subtlety, I think I bottom. Although next turn going Ragavan Nethergoyf. No, I'm going to bottom it. I don't think that's better than a random draw, because now they're going to get into the stage where they can just Icefang and block. So it's going to double spell here. Thoughtseize is a nice addition to the hand. So we'll go Thoughtseize. So it is a Birthing Ritual deck. I do have Besage for Birthing Ritual though. I think I just take the Icefang land. Yeah. Yeah, I think taking their creatures, because now they can either go Ritual or Oracle. See what they do with their Surveil. They leave it on top. If they go for Ritual at some point, I think I will just Besage it. Don't really want them getting just infinite value. Unless we're depends a little bit what we draw. We know 4 of their cards. So I guess they're debating whether to go Oracle. They could hit a land off Oracle, of course. Does it come in tapped? No, the land does come in untapped. One of our better draws is like as a Saga, probably. They do go for the Oracle. Maybe should have actually taken this one because it's kind of upside, but I was a bit worried about Icefang eventually blocking Nethergoyf. Didn't realise the card went into hand. Long time since I've played against Coiling Oracle. We'll see what we draw. I think our best draw, I wouldn't mind another land. Actually, just removal spell is our best draw. Right, opponent finds Verdant Catacombs from their Oracle. Oh, push is a great draw. So now we just go attack. No blocks. So I think we just go. Oh no. So if they go, if they go creature thingy, I think I need to hold up Besage. I just don't want them ritualing over and over again. If they don't go creature, okay, there's the ritual. So we can let the trigger go onto the stack and then just push. But then if they have an Ice Fang, it's bad. They have 2 cards in hand. We don't know about any of them. I think I'm just going to Besage You. It uses our mana most efficiently. And it gets a Surveil land. Put land into the graveyard. Okay, draw. We draw Catacombs, which is a nice draw. So now the question is, I'm a bit afraid of Oculus next turn. But do we just play I think I just want to play Trespasser. Although are they likely to flare it? I'm going to go and get a basic swamp. I'm just going to attack and then play Trespasser, I think. I guess them flaring the Trespasser is annoying, but I think, well, they fetch, put another card into the graveyard, potentially 2. Struggle to deal with an Oculus a little bit. I think I'm actually just going to play the Spell Bomb and then Spell Bomb them in their upkeep, so we've got Revolt. Because we did see Oculus. Floodpit's Drowner. Okay, so that's stunned. So let's do this. We'll draw a card. I think I just want to push now to stop them. Oh, okay, so that was a bit stupid. I should have pushed with the trigger on the stack. Sorry, the spell bomb on the stack. Although I suppose having something in the graveyard for graveyard Trespasser isn't too bad. Okay, apparently just gets rid of that. Hopefully they haven't got another. Okay, we'll play the Saga out. Sorry, I was rambling a little bit there. So I could have sacrificed spell bomb, held priority, and then pushed, or just pushed first, just so that their creature went away. But I'm just going to play a Trespasser. We don't want this to run into a flare, really. Eat the Oracle, and we've got Saga out now. If the opponent had a Harbinger, they would have played it already. Okay, they Besage You our Saga. I'm going to Surveil rather than getting a basic here. I think they drew that this turn. Going to top the Ragavan. Dash. They can't actually target the Graveyard Glutton either. I'm just going to exile their 2 cards. We haven't got any creatures in our graveyard to gain life from, and we did see Oculus in theirs. Well, that's a good draw. Or a good hit from Ragavan. We can cast that one. And it draws us a card. Well, we'll shock that in as well. Having Orcish Bowmasters is nice. They could have Sink into Stupor to return Ice Fang to their hand. Okay, so that was pretty good. What do we want to change? So it is in fact birthing ritual. So Haywire Might becomes a lot more attractive. So I think we go in with the Haywire Mites. On the draw, I'm just going to take out all the Ragavans. Torak's not great. Boseiju is interesting. Spell Bomb is potentially interesting. Maybe we do want Liliana, but I think another Boseiju is probably fine. Maybe a Croxer. Yeah, we'll bring in a Croxer and go with that. Interesting deck. Don't think we've shown them Orcish Bowmasters. So what we really want here is Inquisition into Renin 6. I think that's amongst our best starts. Just take their answer to Renin 6 and then Renin 6 can ping down all their X ones. Haywire Might is also a good one to have. This is close to perfect. I think we'll keep this. Do we lead with the Haywire Might is the question. I think so. So now we just go land, go grab a Overgrown Tomb. We'll play the Haywire Might out. Do you need to be a little bit careful of our life total? We could have held up push, but a lot of the creatures they're likely to play on turn 2 are, yeah, there's the Oculus into the graveyard, are X ones, so having Renin 6 be able to just ping them down. Yeah, so there's Coiling Oracle, they reveal Endurance. Okay, that's fine. So what we're going to do, ooh, Bowmasters as well. I'm just going to go land, fetch. We'll grab a mountain to be careful with our life total. And we just get to Renin 6. Oh, they could flare this. That is a good point. I wouldn't be surprised if they flared it, because we're just going to kill this anyway. Yeah. Okay, they subtlety. Subtlety pitching, flood pitch down. That's actually pretty good. I'm going to put that on top though. I wonder if I meant to attack. Probably not. Okay. So unlikely they have flare. If they attack, I'm gonna block here. It's weird, but they thought this was a free attack. It gains us some life, and it means that they really struggle to play Birthing Ritual here. They don't have a third land. There's our Renin 6. I'm gonna go for the Renin 6. Well, that just resolves. Get Bloodstained Mire back. They could Endurance us, but we'd love that. Yeah, that's really good because we actually do have a land. I think, yeah, I think they never thought we were going to block there. And I think they didn't think we had another land. So if they play a creature, okay, that's fine. So we draw another Goyf. Yeah, I'm just gonna play our Tarmogoyf out. Plus the Renin 6. And then pass. You'll Dismember. Okay. Dismember. Maybe I was meant to just hold up Bowmasters there. Okay, they find a land. Oh, they could Oracle now, which would be rough. So we're going to need to find a land. Well, some means of killing this. So a fetch land would be perfect. They get to manifest. So I guess we go district, bin that. We could just go Bowmasters, ping this, kill this with Ren and 6, which I don't mind. I think that's actually... Oh, hold on. We want to go Bowmasters first. I think getting our use out of Ren and 6 that way is good. Although that doesn't mean we can't now block is the problem. I guess we could ping our own Orc army and then push the Oculus, which I don't actually mind. If this is another Oculus, I think I'm just going to kill this, take our value. Okay, it was an Ice Fang. I suppose if they kill the Ren and 6 by attacking it with the Oculus, we can just kill it that way. If they have Force... Oh, come on. Ah, that's rough. Yeah. Oh, that's so bad. Okay. Now we're pretty done for, I think. They kill the Ren and 6. We're in all sorts of trouble. Yeah, I think that's just it, unfortunately. Pretty cooked. Oh, that's really rough. How could I have played around that? We haven't used our bolt, but we're just going to get beaten by this Oculus. We haven't got any mana. I probably should have played more around this. We didn't see it. Yeah, okay. Well, our first loss in in 2 leagues, in 3 leagues even, isn't too bad. Yeah, the deck continues to perform well. Yeah, bit of a shame that end one, but there we go. I guess we had basic mountain out and I had sided in Pyroclasms, but yeah, I guess that would have been an out because we could have gone Pyroclasm, kill the Harbinger and the thing. I probably should have taken a couple more draws, but yeah, there we go. I think that the deck still remains really, really good. And yeah, I'll be playing it some more. So I hope everyone's enjoyed our foray into Jund. I might play something different now for a league or two. But any comments, do give me a shout in the comments below, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.